So now what?
I don't know.
Let's talk about it.
Okay.
Rhett and Link might sue us.
No, we're not making money.
Not yet.
They have years before they can do that.
Nice.
Hello, everyone. I'm Mistress Magi.
And I'm Mr. Magi.
And welcome to Crazy Ladies Podcast. Today we're going to talk about skilled trades, which should be interesting.
Yeah. The available jobs or not.
Is there jobs? Is there no jobs? What's it really like out there?
Mm-hmm.
And goes my, what's this called? Sparkling water?
Do it close to the mic so they hear. Oh, wasn't that quiet? Or loud. Oh my, it's, again, a late one. Brain's not firing quite on all cylinders.
That's okay. We're parents of 4. It never comes back.
Oh, I know. But hey, it could be better than being highly caffeinated like we were yesterday.
Oh, that was fun. When you start seeing words.
Yes.
And I'm not talking about in a book. It's always fun. We got a cappuccino maker.
Yeah.
Never had one before in our life. Or an espresso maker, sorry. Never had one before. Never seen one before. Learned how to make it. Or tried to anyway.
Yeah, if you're really tired in the morning and you can get past like the pure taste of coffee bean, highly recommend having espresso. It'll wake you up and you'll be ready to go.
But, public service announcement, don't have 5.
Yeah. See what happens when my wife gets creative? So anyway, back to the main point here. So, I forget where I was, but it happened this week. I heard on our local station that skilled trades workers were in high demand. Now, I have issue with this. I'm not saying that they're not, but at the rate they're hiring, the way these companies are hiring, they lead you to believe they're not.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the short answer, right?
Yeah.
But
they're out there, but it's very hard to maneuver how to find them.
Yeah, exactly.
And there's nobody out there to really help. Right?
And something about it, what I find it, like I said before, honestly, I can't remember who I was with, but I mentioned this to them. What a lot of the problem is that you have people like news and government and all this saying that these jobs are in high demand. Mm-hmm. And you have the guy who's fresh out of high school who maybe went to a vocational high school where they teach more about
the hands-on
stuff,
yeah.
The skilled trade. Like I have buddies who were fully licensed welders coming out of high school.
Yeah.
And some of them got a job right away. Great, good for them. But I know a few more that just didn't.
Yeah, exactly.
They said they went to apply, they never got the job. They applied to a few more, still never got the job. Well, being a young adult out in the world, they still had they had bills to pay. They were trying to get out of mom.
McDonald's was looking real good at that point.
Exactly. So started McDonald's, move on to this and that and other type kind of jobs, and it goes on from there. Most of you probably know how that story goes. You
get a job or you get your certification, your education to become like, say, this big banker, and there's no banking jobs out there.
You have like 2 or 3 college degrees, people, and you're
flipping burgers like a high school kid.
Yeah, I mean, not that there's anything wrong with that job by any means, but the thing is that you kind of have an overqualified person. Now, the great thing about that is that if they stay with that job and move into management, they might prosper a
Then they're
little
making
bit.
just $2 more.
Exactly, and that's another thing,
Yeah,
right?
I'm gonna end up on a rant if we stay there.
Well, like, you study for this with the understanding that, yeah, I might start at a bottom level of pay,
Yeah.
but in 5-10 years, I'm going to be
higher
way
up.
more ahead than if I was to...
I'm gonna have that experience. I'll be able to go to a different company, start out at a higher pay with more
Right.
benefits.
Right.
And all
but
of
then
that.
you have the fast food worker who... Now, some people get on McDonald's about it being a terrible job and a terrible place. And it's really not all that bad. I have a friend, a very good friend of mine, who started there when she was 16.
And she's still like
stayed-
working there, isn't she?
Not anymore. She's
So she
finally
stepped
moved
away?
on. But
But not very long ago.
not very long ago, like probably it's been 3 years maybe since she hasn't been there last. And
I keep up to date.
but the important thing is that she went there, she started at the bottom, went up, she made it to a very important, like a little better than just a regular manager. Like she was running the store, and then
She was like
When
senior
they-
manager
Yeah.
or district manager even. I'm not
one
quite
maybe
sure.
one
of the two.
under the district manager, right? Basically. And an opportunity came up to they renovated another store. They fired everybody, tore the old one down, and built a new one. And they needed a whole new crew, and she was the leader of that whole crew. She pretty much ran that store, right?
Yeah. And it's sad because I remember that old McDonald's.
Yeah. But the important thing, though, they paid for her schooling.
Yeah, and that's the
And
great thing about
we're not
McDonald's.
talking about that McDonald's hamburger school. No, I'm like proper college. She went to our local popular college. I almost said what the name was, and that would tell us where...
We're trying to keep where we are to ourselves, at least for now, because we've had some scary stories up there. So, we live in Canada.
It's just it's to
big.
protect...
It's to protect our
us
children.
And our children, yeah.
It's more our children.
Yeah.
We could protect ourselves. It's our children in which
Yeah.
we want to protect and not scare them.
But they paid for her school at the college, and she went on, did that, and got a job in the field she actually studied for. So, but again, she didn't achieve that till she was very much into adulthood.
Yeah.
You know,
Late
and-
20s, early 30s type deal.
Right. So,
Shh, we're not old, I promise.
getting a little off topic, but I had a conversation with a gentleman Monday. I was going to say yesterday.
Same one from the last podcast?
No, maybe.
Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that you did on Monday.
Well, I guess, yeah, because our last podcast. Yeah, see? I don't even know what day of the week it is right now. Anyway, I'm not going to go in too much detail, but basically I told him, and this is what I tell people, because they look at me, they see that I'm still kind of young, right? Mm-hmm. But I've been through some stuff, which most of us have, and I tell them, you know, I'm not a young man, but I'm not an old man either.
Yeah.
Well, that's the long and short of it. So anyway, back to our original point, because we're easy. Well, I'm easy to get off topic.
Shh. We didn't just, I didn't have to
We've,
rail him in already.
Hey, if you guys want a solo cast of me just telling stories, like random
Let us know.
stuff,
He'll
let
do
us
it.
know. I'll do it, absolutely.
If you get him drunk, it will be a lot easier.
Okay, drunken story solo cast.
Sounds good.
Look for that in the future. That's gonna happen. Just don't know how soon. Anyway, so
When
yeah,
the kids
so
are off at their friend's house.
like I was saying, I knew guys fresh out of high school, applied for their jobs, didn't get them, had to move on, kind of went a different route, and then so where we are, you got to be highly regulated, or we're highly regulated here in Canada about our skilled trades and
Absolutely
workers
everything
and,
to do with
yeah,
us.
Yeah, like definitely, there's people out there who well, just as good as somebody who has a ticket versus somebody who doesn't. I mean, we have both kinds of mix of people, but
Yeah.
when it comes to like an actual paying job and doing work on
You have to be
industrial
certified in order to
properties
get the proper
right.
safety
Yeah,
measures
exactly.
in place, so that if you harm yourself, you're good.
Right.
Like they'll protect. They'll okay.
Well, you'll be protected to a point. Let's say that, and you as a consumer,
You'll have to cross your fingers to be protected.
Yeah, but you as a consumer, though, if you hire a certified person, you're protected.
Yeah.
Right. Unlike if you hired an uncertified person, you're liable.
Yeah, exactly.
And we've all seen those commercials, right?
Not the people in the States. They might not have.
Oh, they might not have?
No.
Oh, okay.
Those, if you want to look up some very weird commercials, WSIB commercials.
Yeah.
There is some weird shit out there.
Yeah.
It is, oh god, it's bad. It's basically like what, some of them were kind of like horror stories for commercials?
Yeah, a few years ago. Those ones are older, but I wasn't talking about those ones. I was talking about the one with the puppet.
Which one's that one?
The tagline's
I'll
like,
try to find it and add it to the description.
It's like, ask the right questions.
Okay, I'm gonna have to look that one
Yeah.
up. I'll link it in the description.
It looks
below.
like Sesame Street. He was a
It's Ask the Right Questions.
PI. He looked like that character anyway. He looked like the PI from Sesame Street, the puppet, the Dick. Not male
Dick
appendage.
Tracy?
Yeah, the Dick Tracy, not the male appendage. So anyway, sorry, getting off again. So highly regulated, right? Yeah, that's where we were.
Yeah.
So skilled tradesmen.
I'm looking
and
for it.
here, specifically with welding, because that's what I know more about, after so many years, you have to go get recertified, right? You basically just kind of go take the welder's test again, and they go, yep, okay, you still got it, you're good, right? They do expire every so years, because they want to make sure you're staying up to date with your skills, and that your skills are still adequate. So one of the problems that I see is you have those news outlets saying, there's lots of jobs, go apply, they're plentiful, there's room for everybody.
Yeah,
And then you
saying,
have
like,
the
nobody
government.
applies.
You have the government too. There's lots of jobs, go apply, there's room for everybody. And I'm not saying they're wrong. There probably is.
Yeah, there probably is, but nobody knows how to weave themselves around all of that and find what it is that
Right.
they're looking for.
And what's happening is some of these bigger companies, and even some of the little smaller companies, those aren't the ones I was talking.
No,
Sorry,
that's
she
the one
just
that I was talking about.
showed me the one commercial.
WSIB safety ad.
Yeah,
Those are scary.
I know those ones, but those weren't the ones I was referencing.
I'll link one of those in the description below, and if you have the stomach for it, go ahead and watch it. Remember,
they're
these are
a
what
little-
were on when kids were watching TV.
Yeah.
Canada weird.
Yeah. But what's happening is that...
Oh, my favorite. The robot.
Oh, yeah, the robot ones. They were on when we were kids.
I could put my arm back on.
You
But
can.
you can't. So stay safe.
Yeah. Now back to your regular scheduled programming.
I'm sorry. I'm putting
It's
my
okay.
phone down. I'm trying to find that commercial so that I could link it. But
I know, you just keep cutting me off. I'm trying to
sorry.
get through this.
I'm sorry.
It's alright, I still love you. Some days.
For today. Tomorrow might be a different story.
Yeah. Let's see
Wait.
how...
I don't know. It's the next day. You're screwed.
Yeah.
You have to love me today.
Damn. Anyway, but yeah, so, apply, plentiful, da-da-da-da. But these companies, the thing is that they have skilled workers. They do. And, yeah, they might be looking for one, but it becomes a vicious cycle,
Yeah.
right? Because the guys that are turning 50 and 60, right, that can't do the job anymore due to whatever reason, either just they don't want to do it and they want to retire, or they're, medically, because it's a tough job to do for 40
Yeah, for
years.
sure.
Right?
You end up with like back problems and leg problems and arm problems and arthritis.
Something very popular with welders is called a welder's tick.
Yeah.
And when you're welding, you have a helmet, and the helmets are designed when you put them up, and we've all seen it in movies where the guy just flips his head down, like does a little nod, and then
the helmet comes down.
The helmet comes down.
He goes to work, and
that's actually the proper way, because usually you have something in both hands, so you can't really reach up and pull your helmet down, so they're designed that way.
Unless you're like me and just stubborn.
Yeah, I mean, you can...
Welding torch my hand? I don't care.
You can do it, right? Take a hand in that in some cases, but nonetheless, it's because you have both hands full, so you tap it down, and then you can just start welding.
If we had more than two hands, we'd be fine.
Exactly. So a welder's tick, but basically what happens is, after a welder does that for, 30 plus years or 40 plus years or whatever, it stops becoming voluntary, right? Like, sometimes they don't even notice they're doing it.
Kind of like the cell phone in the pocket and the vibrating.
Exactly, the phantom vibrating that we all have had from time to time.
Like, oh, my phone is ringing. No, nothing. Nobody loves me.
No notification, no missed call, right? Anything like that.
Nobody's messaging me anymore.
It's because the muscle got used to an action, and now it just thinks it has to do that all the time, right? So those guys are retiring.
Muscle memory.
Muscle memory, right? Those guys are retiring. These guys are moving on. But you still have the guys that are like 40 years old, even 35, 40 years old. They're still well into their career and still have some room to go, But these companies, they go, oh, you're 20 years old, you got your ticket? Oh, but you don't have any welding experience.
Well, I got my ticket, so clearly I have some welding experience.
Right?
Can't get the ticket if I don't know how to weld.
But they don't have experience in what they want, right?
Yeah,
whether that be this, that, or whatever.
Yeah, and I think that's personally,
and,
like, even if you go for your ticket, I think that you should also go for the apprenticeship, because then they give you that experience as you're doing it.
Right, but an apprenticeship is not always ideal.
No, it's not, but it's at least, if you can get into one, if that is something that you are interested in, then go do that as well, because then you get paid for your work.
Yeah, you get paid while you're learning,
Yeah. So
but
you
again,
get paid for the experience.
But again, that raises another problem. There's not a lot of places that want to take on an apprentice.
No,
especially
for sure.
in
but
those
if you can get into that, if you can, go for it.
Yeah.
If you can't, try to find something else in which, even if you're selling some homemade stuff, if you've got a welder at home.
Yeah.
Do something where you're getting that experience, right?
Well, I very much agreed, but again, an employer looks at a resume and says, "Oh, you've had your own welding business." So, the person doing your interview, if he's ever welded in his life and he sees that you've had your own welding business, he's gonna look at it and go, "You just basically fucked around with a welder. You don't know if your machine's set up right. You don't know if you made a proper weld."
But at the same time, if you're doing that, you keep your records and be like, "No, I made a profit of this much. I have had perfect customer satisfaction."
Yeah.
Keep your Yelp reviews.
But at the same time,
it's a lost when it comes to working for somebody else. And that's why I don't ever see myself working for anybody else.
Right, but that employer looks at you and goes, "Well, why the hell are you applying for this job?"
Because
I want more experience. I want to weld on a more regular basis, right?
Yeah.
And I need more money than what that's bringing in. Like, if you have your own business on the side, employers don't like it when you have your own business.
It's weird because you gain so much more experience owning your own business. You have to learn every aspect of that business.
You're right.
So therefore it's better for an employer to hire you if you've had your own business because you know how to deal with customers because you had to deal with your own. And, you've had to...
Right. But a lot of the skilled trades, though, jobs that they're saying are available, you don't really get to see the customer.
Yeah, no. Understandable. But you still have that working with a customer. It's transferable skills. You might not be dealing with a customer, but you're dealing with coworkers.
Yeah.
And even though, yes, you're not selling the product yourself,
well,
you're selling yourself. Not prostitution-wise, but you're selling yourself to the people around you constantly.
There is a difference between coworkers and customers.
There is a difference.
You can tell a coworker to fuck off. You can't tell a customer to fuck off.
If you own your own business, you can.
Well, I mean, we would. If we had our own business and the customer was just being not intelligent.
I'm okay with stupid customers. It's the entitled customers.
Yeah, those ones.
The people who bring in pajamas which were washed, and you could smell that they were washed, which means they were used.
Clearly, right?
And you have to give them a refund. That's why I'd prefer to work for myself, because it's like,
Nope.
Try to go above me.
Go ahead.
I ain't pulling that shit.
Oh, you should look up those stories on Reddit. And that
entitled, what is it? Choosing beggars? Choosing beggars.
Yeah.
r/choosing beggars.
Well, we heard
It's
one
fun.
Where this lady came in, she was being irate and just going.
I know the
bipping
owner.
on.
I should get a discount. And is it that one?
No.
Oh,
No.
that one's the best.
I know that. Well, she doesn't know the owner.
No, the one in which I'm talking about, she's like, I know the owner. And she's like, bitch, I am the owner.
Maybe it was the same one, but similar anyway. The one I'm trying to say. So customers bipping off, right? And sales sitting there and saying, okay, well, this is what I can do for you. No, that's not good enough. I want to speak to a manager. So she goes back and gets a manager, brings manager
I know
out.
which one you're talking about now.
The manager...
Looking all confused, like,
what?
Yes?
What's going on? Like,
I want her fired.
Yeah, I want this lady fired, and I want to... You know what? No, I want to talk to the owner. So the first lady she was talking to stepped back up to the counter.
Yeah, basically, along there. Those are things in which I want to open my own business just to do.
Yeah, right? Exactly.
You're like, no, I don't deal with entitledness. It just doesn't work for me.
Yeah. But yeah, employers are weird. I mean, no matter what job you're applying for, whether it be the skills trade or the job at McDonald's, one of the biggest problems that I see with it is that you have that person who's in charge of hiring, which is usually a manager or
HR person,
somebody that you're probably going to see on a regular basis, and somebody that you're either going to work, I don't want to necessarily say for, but under. Mm-hmm. And they kind of get a little power hungry, especially being in that interviewer position, right? And, for anyone out there who owns their own business and have an opportunity to hire an employee, you probably get that. You get that little bit of a thrill and
oh yeah, for sure.
And it's quite an empowering thing, You get to, be picky and choosy.
For sure.
But a lot that I have seen in my own personal experience is that the person you're talking to just gets on this power trip of like, if I hire you, you got the skills and I could hire you, but, he sees that maybe you're highly qualified, but you know what? You work for me. You're under my, your ass is under me.
Yeah, I've noticed that both in school and in some jobs in which I've had. Mm-hmm. It's, you have to do this a certain way. Well, when I go into a job interview, I tell them flat out, like, hey, you know what? My brain isn't quite wired the same as everybody else's. I don't think the same way as everybody else. So the way in which you see making sales or whatever is not the way that I make sales. I'm very good at what I do. I get the customer. I get loyal customers, but I don't sell things the same way as you do. I don't do math the same way as you do. I do math completely different, still come up with the same answer. Somehow. Don't know. But they don't like that. It's like, no, I told you that you have to do this a certain way.
Yeah.
I can't do that.
Yeah.
My brain just doesn't
Doesn't
quite
work that
comprehend
way.
that.
Exactly. And you know, it's funny because they sit there and say, oh, we've done it this way for this many years and then this works. And, you know, I look
You're
at
never going to get better if
I
you
look
don't
at them
find new ways.
and I go, hey, that's great. I'm glad that worked for you. That's
doesn't
wonderful.
work for me.
Now give me a chance. Okay? Give me a chance. Let me do it my way. If my way doesn't work, I'll switch over. I'll start doing it your way, and we'll see
I tell them
better.
flat out that that's the way I do it, and then as soon as they realize, oh crap, she's telling the truth.
Yeah. Well, we both had jobs where, you know, there's this traditional thing of like when you
it's pressure selling.
Here's something.
That's what a lot of retail is. It's pressure selling.
When you guys go next retail store, and I'm not talking like Walmart or any place like that. Like I'm talking like go into a mall and go into the mall, the shops there.
Yeah.
You know, I'm trying to think like Bath and Body Works.
Yeah, something along that line.
You know, something like that. And just walk in. You know, you don't necessarily have to buy anything, but walk in. Count how many sales representatives. Go into a clothing store, H&M. Go into a clothing store. Count.
I don't know about H&M. They might not come up to you.
Yeah, true.
I don't know for sure. Every time I've been in there, nothing.
Maybe it's just me then. Maybe because, I'm lost in a clothing store.
Maybe it's my resting bitch face.
Could be.
That's what it is. Nobody wants to come near me.
Anyway, point is, go to a retail store in a mall and count how many retail people come up to you and say, hi, can I help you?
Even if they don't work on commission.
Yeah, even if they don't work on commission. Hi, can I help you? Hi, can I help you? And that's a traditional thing. And look, I don't mind when I walk in the store, the sales clerk says, hi, how's it going today? I don't mind that. And it's like, hey, I'm doing good. Or I'm doing shitty, but I don't want to talk to you about it.
Exactly.
You know, whatever. But if they're just legitimately saying hi to acknowledge that, yes, I know you're in my store. Great.
I do have my eyes on you.
I've seen you come in. Help. Yeah, exactly.
If you're stealing something.
Exactly. And but then after that, you know, you get the can I help you find anything? And then and you know, most of us say, no, I'm just kind of looking, right, for the most part. And that's
I'm okay
fine.
with people coming up and telling me what sales are on right now. It's just like, hey, just a heads up, you know, this section has got an excellent deal on. I'm all up for the bargain shopping. 100%. But when you sit there and it's just like, oh, but this would look really, really cute on you, and forcing themselves in there.
Yeah, exactly.
I could never do that.
Exactly. Like asking me what I'm trying to find or what I'm looking for. Like I've been asked that, and I've turned to people and said, look, honestly, I've had a look around your store. You don't have what I'm looking for, but I'm an RC fan, and I go into the hobby stores because sometimes they have different vehicles that aren't RC, but I want them to be RC, so I'll try to make them RC, right? And I got in a conversation with I think it's actually the owner, because I think he works there. I said, you know, I see the equipment you got, because he had construction equipment I was considering looking at and converting it to RC, like hobby grade RC. And I told him that, and he said, you know, he's like, yeah, we got these RC. And I said, yeah, I know. I said, like, these are great, but our kitty's being a pest.
He's an attention hog.
You know, I told him, hey, look, I'm gonna make these.
Yeah, and you know, pointing out something when you're looking for something. If you know what it is, perfect. Help us out. But do not. I don't like the whole upselling. Yeah. If they were interested in whatever is on the counter, they see it. They'll buy it. I don't think that you need to do any more there.
I have it. If they pick it up and look at it, I'll sit there and tell them about it.
Yeah, for sure.
But then I leave it to them to make that decision.
Like
right?
I've had to sell lotions, and it's here. Try it out. If you don't like it, like try it on your hands. Come back. Tell me if you like it or not. If you come back and you buy it, awesome. But I will not sit there and be like, no, you need this right now.
Yeah.
No.
Exactly. That just, I mean,
you buy like 5
arguably,
of them, and then you find out, oh crap, I'm actually allergic, and it didn't come up until I got home.
Right. It's hard because yes, those tactics do work because they're what taught and whatnot.
But when it comes to any situation, that's not how everybody is able to retain those customers.
Yeah, exactly. Well, one of my first jobs, right? I walked onto the scene. I broke records the first day. Then I broke records my first week. Then 6 months later, especially in a slow time, I broke all those records. Because the customers I had, they didn't buy the first time they came in. But when they came in the second time, and they bought double what they would buy, right? Yeah. They spent more, and then they spent more their initial time,
going window
and then
shopping
afterwards
and planning what it is that I'm going to buy before I actually decide that this is what it is that I'm going to buy. I don't like the customer service people coming up to me and it's like, no, you need this one here.
That's why Amazon is awesome.
Amazon is awesome. Well, we do that whenever we go to the furniture store and have to pick something up. I'm researching online. I walk in, I want this one, and this is the color that I want it in, and it's just like, oh, they spend 5 minutes with me.
I remember...
Except the last time.
I remember that's exactly it. I remember where I heard that news clip.
It was
and I remember
well, you were getting the dishwasher?
No.
No?
But that made me think of it. Because it happened the same day.
Okay.
It happened the same day. So, so we recently got a dishwasher from a store. And my lovely wife did the research online, picked it all out, and
knew exactly which one we wanted.
Yeah, so my mom had to do some shopping, so I went with her. And we walked into the store, seen the sales guy, right, and got talking to him and said,
and it was on the TVs in that area?
No, actually that was... Anyway, so but the point I'm trying to make here now is that I showed him a picture on my phone of what I wanted, because this is the one that my wife wants. He's like, yep, let me go check. Yep, we got one in stock. So he goes and squares it all up. Like, I didn't have to sit there and... it's a dishwasher. It's a portable dishwasher.
I'm very anal retentive.
Yeah. No, this one. Get this one.
This is the model number. See, she took a picture of that right there.
Model number and everything. But later on, when I was at Mom's building the coffee table, they were watching the news.
Oh, okay.
That's where I heard that. That's where I heard they say there's lots of skilled jobs. Apply.
Yeah, there is. And there is lots and lots of skilled jobs. And
they are out there. Absolutely.
There's two things. There is, there's the skilled jobs, but nobody knows how to find those skilled jobs. But then there's also people have become inherently lazy.
Yeah.
They don't want to go and do that hard labor job.
Yeah,
they want an IT job where they get to go to an office and sit in a nice comfy chair and type on their air conditioning, type on their computers, and that's it. And that's something which really sucks. And that's, again, where immigration is kind of a good thing, because you get these ones which are from countries in which that's all that they know. They only know the hard labor.
Yeah, so when they come here...
They're not stealing your jobs. You don't want them.
Yeah, let's not get too deep into that one. That's,
no, but that's just it. The whole thing is just like, oh, they're coming to steal our jobs and all this. It's like, no, they're not coming to steal your jobs. They're doing the jobs that you don't want to do.
Yeah, exactly.
Even, they could be coming here illegally or legally.
Mm-hmm.
They're doing the jobs that you yourself don't want to do. That most Americans, most Canadians, both of us, most North American people minus, say, Mexico, most of the upper North American people don't want to do.
Mm-hmm.
If they do want to do that, then they're able to get in there and they're able to do all that. But they're not wanting to. People want the air conditioning. They want the higher paid, well, what they think is the higher paid jobs. And, skilled jobs are for people who did not finish college. And basically, it's like, those are uneducated people. And it's just like, dude, they're making more money than you are.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I know people who work in an office, and I know people who work in factories.
Most office jobs are like, what? Most of them, you get in at about, $17 max?
Yeah,
skilled trades.
Probably cap out about that.
In the States, I know of at least one person who is making, what is it? I calculated roughly $29 an hour.
Yeah.
Doing skilled trades.
Yeah.
And that's in the States. That's in an area in which has a lower minimum wage than we do here.
Mm-hmm.
Like, our minimum wage in Canada, I think all of Canada, has gone up to about the $15 mark.
14.
15.
Is it 15
January 1st?
Yeah, but because
upped.
of our idiot, he stopped. He put a pause on that and made it.
Let's at least distinguish where we are. We're in Ontario.
Okay, so the Premier of Ontario, I believe, I don't know if he was successful, but so minimum wage got to $14 an hour here in Canada. And then it was supposed to go up to $15 an hour, and that's where it was going to max out, right? $15. We were trying to get to $15 an hour.
Basically a livable wage.
A livable wage, yeah. And then, but we had an election in that meantime, and the new premier that got in, and he was trying to slow it down or stop it or cap it at that 14. I think it's $14.50.
No.
I don't.
No, it was at $14 and it was supposed to go up $1 on January 1st.
Okay.
And that's just like, that's for basic minimum wage. And they're trying to make it like the team before them, in which I didn't like. I didn't like the team in which he replaced. I didn't like the Liberal government in which the Ontario Liberal government.
Yeah.
I'm okay with the federal, not okay with the one that was in, Kathleen Wayne's.
Yeah, well, she
screwed us 6 ways from Sunday, and I was actually very proud when she first come in because of everything that she had accomplished before that. After she come in, things got scary.
After the first year.
But then we replaced one scary situation with another one.
Even scarier.
That's, Trump Jr.
Yeah, pretty much.
And it's not nice. And yes, I know some people like Trump. I personally don't. And that's my personal opinion.
Just to give you guys a tip, anyone know what opinions are like? I'll just leave that there. If you can figure it out, comment below.
Sounds good.
I'll give you a hint. Everybody's got one.
Okay, let me see. We got Retail Council of Canada.
But yeah, like the skilled jobs, though.
I don't know what the minimum wage is right now. I should probably ask somebody who's in minimum wage retail.
Maybe. But yeah, the skilled trades, you might, when you first get hired on, you might start at minimum wage, whatever it is. We believe it's $15 an hour.
I'm going to say it's $15 an hour until I see otherwise.
But within 5 years, you'll probably be making $20 an hour. 10 years, you're probably pushing that closer to 25 to 30. Just because your skills will increase and you'll just...
Alberta's $15 an hour for sure.
Just the way the way it works, because it's a highly, it's a skilled job, right? And we need to pay more for skilled jobs, right?
Okay, so it looks like what it is that we're looking at is $14 an hour right now that I know of. Starting in 2020, the minimum wage rates may increase annually for here. Our lowest minimum wage is looking like $11.15.
Where's that?
That is in Newfoundland and Labrador.
Wow.
Nope, $11.06 in Saskatchewan. That's the minimum wage there. The highest is looking like Alberta at $15 an hour.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's my own knowledge.
We're going to be talking about some more stuff once this is over.
Yeah. So anyway, well, I think we'll wrap this up. We got
off topic quite a bit.
Yeah. And yeah,
we spoke about retail instead of trades.
Jobs.
But either way, it's
just
jobs in general type deal.
Too. Like, we hear it all the time. Oh, apply. You know, there's jobs out there. And yeah, there are jobs out there. And, you know, if you do need a job, go to a McDonald's.
Yeah, if you need a job, don't be a choosy person.
Yeah.
Don't be a beggy choosy or chooser beggar, whatever the hell that's called.
People give people work at McDonald's a hard time, but at the same time,
you learn a lot of good information there, a lot of great skills. I've worked at a Wendy's, which I don't know if the people in the States, is Wendy's in the States?
Yes.
I have no idea. I know
Yes,
Harvey's is in Canada only.
Wendy's is in the States.
Wendy's is in the States. I don't know.
The founder, Dave, was American.
Are we sure about that?
Yes.
I don't think so. I'm going to have to look that one up. If you know, let me know below. I like being educated. But no, it's retail in general, but when it comes to skilled trades, you know, go back to school. If that's what it is, like if you want to make a decent amount of money, go into trades. Trades are something in which
you can make good money out of it.
You can make great money at it.
Well,
Time and a half is, oh my God.
Good money out of the gate. Great money in the long run.
Yeah.
As far as the job's concerned, I have my own personal recommendation.
We have our own issues with working for somebody else.
Yes.
It's more, people don't understand me.
It's not what the job is.
No.
It's the people that represent the job.
Yeah, it's the politics of the job.
Yeah.
And I know I myself have always been an entrepreneur. Always have wanted to start my own business of some sort. Was never, I was shown more help going to become an astronomer. Astronomy than I was ever when it came to owning my own business, which I think we need to change that whole narrative as well.
Yeah.
People need to feel that they're not going to be judged for wanting to start their own business. It's the same as, people being judged for getting into skill work.
Exactly.
People are judged for working retail. There are some people in which all they want to do, all I want to do personally, is help other people. Being in retail, you get to help other people. You get to personally shop for other people. You get to sit down with them and be like, so what is it that you need today? Mm-hmm. I can help you find everything. You just tell me what you need.
Yeah.
I'm not going to push you into anything else.
But downside to retail, though, doesn't pay very well.
No, it doesn't pay very well. Although I could get a job as a personal shopper.
That could work.
That might be good.
That might be. Anyway.
Let me spend your money. If you want me to spend your money, comment below. No, I'm kidding.
Maybe.
Hey, if you want me to, I can spend your money. I'm very, very good at it. I have lots of experience.
All right, guys, we've
worn out our welcome.
Yeah, dragged on a little bit there. So if you're still listening, awesome. Thank you. Comment.
Give us a great thumbs up. Yeah, comment. You can find us on SoundCloud. You can comment there. You can find me on Twitter. Find him on Twitter. Find us on Facebook, my Facebook group. Find us on YouTube. If you're watching this on YouTube, comment below. Subscribe. Yeah. Ring that bell. All the stuff that they make you do.
And if you don't like the video, leave a constructive comment how we can improve it.
Yeah, tell us what it is that you didn't like. Was it some information on what you had? We had our first dislike in forever. Yeah. Our first dislike ever. Thank you.
And that's
but
fine.
But please tell us why.
Yeah, tell us what you didn't like about it.
Did you not like the reason in which we were, the topic? Did you not like how we presented it?
Yeah, you don't have to be an asshole about it. Please don't.
Yeah, we're
be
not
that
we're
way.
not here to, you know
Help
what?
us make this
Yeah.
better.
Yeah, exactly. We still have no idea what we're doing.
Yep.
But we're trying.
Yeah, we're getting there.
But anyway, yeah, we're going to leave this here. Let us know. Tweet me. Do something.
Sounds good. All that good stuff.
All right. We'll see you guys later. Bye.